Welcome back to Outlook Portland. So, Ben, let's hit as many other issues as we can in the remaining time. This past week, I got my first mailer on the Measure 37 rewrite, which is going to be ballot measure 49. Right. I think a lot of us in Portland know why it's important to fix Measure 37, but why is it important out in Deschutes County?
It's important in Deschutes County for the same reasons it's important in Portland or Eugene or Medford. Part of what that does is help preserve the quality of our life. It's part of Oregon's brand, and it's an economic stimulus for us to preserve our natural resources and beauties. It's important for the same reasons all across the state.
Ben, Governor honored me this past year, put me on the Oregon Cultural Trust Board. You were one of the founders of the whole cultural trust idea, the notion of a tax credit to encourage citizens and corporations to support the arts in Oregon. I have a lot of regard for the people I've met through this enterprise, but we still need more resources. What can we do to put more money into the trust?
Well, first of all, thank you for your service on the trust. It's a very unique, it's an award-winning, unique funding model for arts and culture. What is in the offing now is as was originally contemplated. It just took a little longer. Was the sale of some excess property to go into the corpus of the trust, and that should give us a nice little trust revenue to fund arts and culture.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about your future. You served in the Oregon legislature with now current State Treasurer Randall Edwards, correct?
That is correct.
And a little known fact you told me off camera is that when you attended Whitman College, Tom Edwards, his father, taught you history.
That's exactly correct.
So you're practically a member of the family.
Well,
so
yeah.
Given your exposure to the Edwards clan and your service in Salem and your work as a businessman, as a legislator, the possibility of being Oregon's next state treasurer, since Randall is term limited, must be almost irresistible.
Well, it's very intriguing, and I will say I do have personal connections to the Edwards family, and Tom Edwards was one of the best professors I ever had. The Treasurer's Office is one of the, I think, least understood and appreciated offices in the state of Oregon. I mean, you manage all the 529 funds for college
savings
tuition.
Loan
Exactly.
Fund, where I have an account for my daughter.
It's very important for many Oregon families. You sit on the land board, which is very influential in natural resource issues, environmental issues. I'm very concerned about that issue. But most importantly, as treasurer, you are chair of the Oregon Investment Council, which manages all the public funds in Oregon, and it is a considerably large trust.
So when will you make a final decision, Ben?
Very soon.
I'm guessing from your passion that you're likely to be a candidate. Anybody on the Republican side making any noise?
You know, until you're a declared candidate, you're not a candidate. So there's names surfacing on both the Democrat and the Republican side, and that's fine. That's what democracy is all about.
Ben, we have about a minute left, and I want to throw you a softball. Bridget, who did your makeup, and
yes.
By the way, you look terrific.
Thank you.
Has never been to Bend, and we want to get her to Bend since it's only a 2-hour drive from Portland. And so what are 3 things she should do the next time she's in Bend?
Well, thank you, Bridget, for making me look good wherever you are. You know, Bend, as many of us know, is the 6th fastest growing area in the country. And there are multiple reasons for that. And one of them, just to highlight, is the High Desert Museum. It's a very special, unique natural history museum. We've got Mount Bachelor, there's camping, hiking, wonderful kayaking and rafting. But the biggest reason Bridget should go to Bend is because we have 400 days of sunshine a year. I know that's a fact because I read it in the Chamber of Commerce brochure.
I can attest to that because, and I owe you an apology. We were there recently, my daughter and I and her soccer team, and we accepted the hospitality of the Bend soccer program, classic team. Played in a tournament, but we stole the cup and brought it back with us. So I want to apologize, but we were treated very nicely. Ben, thanks for coming on this morning. Continued success with the Healthy Oregon Act, and if you do, and I suspect you will, take the plunge and run for Oregon State Treasurer, we'll have you on in the fall.
Nick, thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining me this morning on Outlook Portland. I'll see you next week.
Outlook Portland with Nick Fish was brought to you by Azumano Travel. Visit azumano.com for great vacation offers.